with me Taylor Porter. She is an outside hitter at Cypress Ranch High School. Taylor, welcome to the show today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
For sure, volleyball is in full swing now, and we're so excited to have you on the show. Wanted to get to a couple of things. So on our podcast, on our social media, we have a lot of followers,
Correct.
and some of them may be following for football or basketball, or maybe not everything but volleyball. So wanted you to kind of explain to them what an outside hitter is, sort of what you do. Was reading some stuff about you that Guillermo Torres said in Prep Day. He said that you get opponents outside the system and you take big responsibilities on serve receive defense. Can you kind of explain to our followers about sort of what that is? To
Well,
the best of your ability.
okay. Well, typically, like the outside, I don't, I'm trying to like explain it. Like,
Uh-huh.
okay, so if all six positions were just standing like three across closest to the net and then three across like least closest to the net, the outside would be the person who's like farthest left of the front row. So that's
Right.
where I would be hitting from. And then like as far as like my responsibilities, like the outside typically gets more of the like junk, if you will. Like not every set is gonna be perfect. So a lot of my responsibility just consists of like bettering the ball and like
Right.
um trying to make a play or take a big swing on balls that aren't always perfect. Like, and they usually won't be perfect because maybe the pass will be off or the set will be a little off. And then like as far as serve receive, outsides are usually like the second best or first best passer on the team, behind the liberos. So
Right.
I guess I just have a lot of like serve receive and passing responsibility. So I think that's where that comes from.
That's
But
awesome.
yeah.
Thank you for that so much. And y'all are 9-1 this year at Cypress Ranch. Did you have that expectation coming in the senior year of like, hey, we're going to give it our all, this season? What was your expectations going into it?
Well, usually every year I have pretty high expectations for us because I feel like we normally have a good group, honestly, and I don't really know like what other
Yeah,
way to put it, but like yeah, we have a good like well-rounded group of talented people that usually know how to hold their own. So yeah, I usually have high expectations for us going into every single year.
for sure. And you're in Houston, so there's a lot of great high schools
Yeah.
in Houston, and y'all play a lot of good talent on your schedule and everything. But something you did just accomplish as a team, y'all beat the defending state champs, Grand Oaks. How was that game? What was sort of the mindset going into?
Well, it kind of is funny because it was like a reverse sweep. So I feel like once they beat us the first two sets, they just expected us to like lay down or just
Right,
give up. But like my mindset going into that game, like, I mean, I didn't want to be too cocky or anything, but I also just try to treat it like a normal game. Like, yeah, they have great players, but so do we. And lucky for me, they lost one of their taller right sides, so I didn't have much of a challenge on like the outside as far as like my hitting.
mhm.
So I was able to contribute a lot as far as my offense from that side. But yeah, I just try to keep my team like level headed and like reassure them that we're meant to be in this moment and we can for sure handle it. So yeah.
That's awesome. Congrats on that win.
Thank you.
You're committed to the Vanderbilt Commodores, big SEC school. First of all, how's Nashville?
It's awesome. Like
Yeah,
honestly, the city life is so good. Like it kind of reminds me of here in Houston. Like there's so many things to do and like
right.
there's such good food there. So
Oh, I
I'm really
bet.
excited about that.
I bet. Have you
But
tried the
yeah.
Nashville hot chicken yet?
No, but I have
Uh,
had some pretty good barbecue there.
okay,
So
sweet. They do have some good barbecue up
yeah.
there. Sort of when choosing Vanderbilt, what kind of made you choose Vanderbilt? Was it the academics? Was it the athletics? what really stood out to you about them?
Um, I guess it was kind of a combination of like all that stuff. Like number one, they are in the SEC, which is like one of the most competitive conferences, and then the volleyball. Obviously, like they started a brand new program, so I get to be a part of like history, if you will, like actually making history and like being one of the first. And then the academics for sure, like a degree from Vanderbilt can take you so far and like
Great
you
volume.
literally have to have little to no experience, but as long as you have that Vanderbilt degree, like you're gonna be fine. So I think it was just a combination of all those things.
That's awesome. Do you know what you want to major in just yet?
Well, lately I've been thinking like psychology, but I haven't put too much thought
Much
into
thought.
it. But I do need to hurry up and pick something because
You've been
I'll
pretty
be there.
busy here lately. Well, that's
Yeah.
exciting. One thing that stood out to me about you is when I uploaded the video top 10 volleyball players in the state of Texas. And I had no idea it was going to go as big as it did and get as many views as it did. Well, I scrolled through the comments on all my videos, tried to, reply to some of them, and all that I saw on there, every comment just about it, was how much people love you. I mean, people from different schools, like, we love Taylor, she's the best. And so you obviously have a good name. And one of my favorite quotes, or it's a Bible verse, but it's also could be considered a quote or whatever, is a good name is rather to be chosen rather than loving favor. A good name is big time rather than silver and gold. And that also carries volumes on and off the court. And it can maybe even be considered, even more important as far as just throughout life than receiving compliments on the court. Who do you contribute that to? Um, I think that's just something that's awesome about you, that you have a good name on and off the court. Um, how do you wake up every day and like, hey, I'm not only gonna, impact people on the court, I'm gonna impact people off the court as well.
Um, I guess I'd say like for my upbringing, like a lot of it
Yeah,
comes from my parents and like my family values,
sure.
and then like when I wake up in the morning and like think how I'm gonna impact people, I guess I just try to think like how I would want to be impacted and like just this is so cliche, but like using the golden rule and like treating people how you would want to
Exactly.
be treated. And like
Exactly.
I think it's really important that like everybody receives respect, like no matter who you are and like your skill level or anything like that. And it's also just really nice to be considered like a role model because I know I have a lot of role models and I just never thought of myself to be viewed in that way, but I guess I am. So
Well, I guess you are, because the compliments that you received on that video were awesome. I'm like, wow, I got to get an interview with her. And that speaks volumes of your parents, volumes of your family, because when you get those kind of compliments, not only is she a good player, but she's also a good person. You're doing things right on and off the court. And that's something that's very respected by me, and I know your high school coaches, your soon to be college coaches, and just fans all around you as well. So just wanted to sort of get to know you and appreciate you spending a Sunday afternoon uh, interview with me. I know you're probably resting up for a busy week ahead, but we appreciate your time here.
of course, this was so much fun. So thank
For,
you for having me on the
for
show.
sure, Taylor, and best of luck the rest of the season. We'll be following along.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.